Tonight on Toy Dominations, somebody mixes the edibles into the Easter eggs. Joe puts a snake in my boot, and Landon learns to love again. Hey, what's up? I'm Dom for Toy Domination.
Hey, I'm Joe. Hello.
Hey,
toys. Let's talk about toys.
Let's talk about toys, and we got a special guest here. Another coming, but who's our first special guest?
Special guest is Ewart.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Hey, man.
What's up? It's Strider. What's up? I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us.
From a llama. Okay.
And then Landon from Invincible Toys will be catching up here soon. He's having some laptop issues, which I completely relate to because my laptop hates me. So tonight we're going to talk about Exosquad. Joe and I have a love for this line, and honestly, we could easily convert this channel to an Exosquad channel and never shut up about it. So we've talked about it, I think, twice before. Hey, what's up? There he is.
Hey-o.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good. Thanks for joining us.
What's up?
There it is. Yeah, sorry, the laptop had to get restarted, so it was taking its time.
That's right. You came in just in time for us to close out. So, hey, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll catch you all next time. Appreciate it. Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time.
I was just saying that Joe and I, we could convert this channel to all Exosquad and no one would watch it, but we would never stop talking about it.
But we would let's break down every episode and then we'd go back through the seasons again and again.
Every character's bio, Easter, all that stuff. So what do you guys
watch your own videdos over and over again?
That's it.
Then we start commenting on our videos.
Yeah, amazing commentary from these two. Look at them, so handsome. What do you guys? So we've dragged you into this, right? So what do you guys know about this, or what's your familiar? Before we get to the news, we'll do news, we'll do some toys and stuff like that. But what do you guys know or love about Exosquad?
Go ahead.
You want me to go? Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up on it, man. Like when I was a little kid, I was seeing it before school. It used to come on right after Botsmaster. Do you remember that show?
No, you got me there.
It had these moments where you had to wear 3D glasses when they do the action scene.
I see.
But yeah, it came on real early in the morning. So, getting ready for school,
I was still asleep.
Time to sit there, and be hypnotized. But yeah, we managed to get a bunch of the figures from KB back in the day. KB Toys. I missed it.
I got most of mine from KB too, but I think my first one was Toys R Us. But KB was really good at keeping those in stock.
Let's be honest, they were trash, but yes, they did give us.
They were trash, but they always had the good. They always had the weird ones that you couldn't find at Toys R Us.
That's very much
suits that were harder to find.
See, we never saw them at Toys R Us. We only ever saw them at KB. So I got, I think the first three I got were JT Marsh, Torres, and not Phaeton, Typhonus. Later on, I got Phaeton. But I loved them, man. They were really cool. The fact that they were so tiny and the suits were very sturdy. Nothing fell apart. I mean, there were small pieces to lose, but yeah, they were fun figures and so well thought out. And they fit in with the if you like Transformers or Gundam or it just fit that same aesthetic, similar aesthetic. Robotech, all of that.
Yeah. Landon, do you have as much?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It'd
be really funny if you're just like, I know nothing about this. I'm just.
What were we talking about again?
Yeah. So I
heard that it existed.
I heard that it existed. When you guys asked me, I researched it, and yeah. No, so I had the Marsh suit. JT Marsh, where it transformed into the motorcycle, right?
Okay.
That was the coolest thing, and I think I probably kept it in the motorcycle mode for most of the time I had it. And then I had Alec, the green suit with the
ones I didn't have, man.
Yeah, and I actually got mine. I got mine at Walmart when everything started going to Super Walmarts. Right, so we had one Super Walmart, and they usually kept the most up-to-date toys. But you're right, if you wanted the hard to get off the wall kind of toys, it was our KB toy store. All of the Spawn and stuff like that.
I was just about to say that, man.
Yeah, the Spawn toy. Yeah, they really did. They had a good McFarlane section.
Mortal Kombat when they started first. Yeah, they did. It was awesome. But yeah, and then the cartoon. I really enjoyed the cartoon, but the problem was because of how they aired it, you never really knew where, when it was
all over the place. Yeah,
I think it was like
you really had to like track it down and make sure you caught it.
Right. I mean, 6:30 in the morning, and then it's like playing in the evening, and it's on this day, and it's on that day. So it was really hard to keep up with. But I mean, just the concept and what they were doing was awesome, and the show was like, if you watch it now, it's really intricate, and all the things that they're talking about, and you don't really look at that as a kid, where you're
super
like
political. The 22-minute episodes cram so much plot and story into those 22 minutes. It's crazy. I was just watching the first 7 episodes, and just before, the last couple of days, and mostly because I hadn't rewatched it in many, many years. So I was like, I'll rewatch this. But I was like, I'm mind blown at how in depth this show was. Like, and within the first 4 episodes, it's like 1 year later we were in prison, and I was like, what? It's like, geez, this is crazy. But yeah, it was really good.
That's the whole thing behind it, is like, even if you just watch episode 1, right, it gives you like all this breakdown, right, of years of what was going on, and you're talking about slavery, you're talking about politics, they're talking about terraforming planets, and then it gets into it, and you start seeing the characters and how they react. And one of the things that I thought was really cool was, like, I feel like today we sit in this world where they try to build like strong female characters, right? And then they're like pushed in your face. You're like, this is this strong female character, and she's, so strong that she's better than everybody. And it really like kills the dynamic of things. But when you watch that cartoon, you see these female characters, and they had roles just like all the male characters, and it
was like a true ensemble cast, I'd say. They did a really good job of like covering all the members of the squad, and they all had backstories and intricate plot lines that involved those characters specifically, and then interests that were outside of the squad. Like, it was really well developed characters, but it was men and female alike. So that's all you need to make a strong female character, is just make a strong character, period.
Exactly.
And then make it happen to be female.
Right.
Yeah, and that was
they didn't pull any punches either. No punches were pulled. People die. I think, doesn't JT lose some? They lose a member of JT's first team in like the first 2 episodes. And you're just like, whoa, they're really dead.
Yeah.
He's not coming back, is he?
It's funny you said that, because I was rewatching it was the 1 year later jump, like after they got released from prison for the mutiny that they did, and they're dropping down to this planet, and this woman's like, oh yeah, my name's blah blah blah, and they're like talking on the way down. I was like, I don't remember her, and then, and then like 5 seconds later she dies, and they're like, she's dead, she didn't make it, and I was like, oh, and that's why I don't remember her.
That's why. She was an expendable character. Yep, right off the back. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing, though. It seemed like they were introducing a new member of the squad. Like, it was very, like, they weren't, like, just lip servicing her. They were just like, this is a new character, and she has thoughts and feelings. And you're like, oh, okay. She's cool. Dead.
Yeah. Dead. That hit you, because it was like, you've met a person, you start to know them, and then they just like cut. They just pull them right out of the story.
It was pretty crazy. I was just
where'd that come from? But
but that makes that person feel like they're not as expandable in that, it's like, oh wait, crap, I know that person, I knew them, and now they're gone.
Yeah, they were upset about it for the next like 3 episodes. They were like talking about her, and then when they find out that it was like a betrayal, they're all like, they hate the person that betrayed them because they got I was like, oh my god.
Really quick, let me hit up the chat here. So, usually when you have a chat and people come to the show, you're always like, oh, thank you, like, oh, these guys are such good guys. But I'm gonna take a twist on this, though. I feel like I should just insult everyone who showed up tonight. I feel like that's I don't know. April Fools is just around the corner, so let's just, here we go. So we got Brian here. I'm pretty sure he kicked a dog once. Yep. Let's see, PLM 22112. Yeah, so definitely a flat earther. We've got highly articulated. I told him never to come back. Bob.
Wow.
Yeah. He definitely uses the words specifically and pacifically incorrectly. I'm absolutely sure about that. Payne's Toy Samples. Patty Cake. Outer Multiverse. Hey, shaky alibi for January 6th. I just know it. Let's see what else we got here. I wouldn't complain about Exosquad channel. Okay. All right. You get a pass. Pirates. What's going on? Pretty sure he formed a cult. And we've got Dale Stanford. Doesn't say God bless you when you sneeze. Let's see who else is coming up here. Man, the chat is really, man, I've been ignoring this chat for too long because it's built up and built up. Oh, and this guy always gifting a what you call it? A membership. So, Steven, who's the lucky winner tonight? And then, oh, I was saving this just for this fella.
Hello, Gap. Oh,
Exosquad. Yep, I made my E-frame costume again. It's a little bit smaller than last time, but made it just for you, Gap. So good.
No, he's Bronski.
That's right. Yes, there you go. This is my Bronski costume.
Clearly Bronski.
Alternate. That has to come off because I don't think you
Looks
can hear me at the mic.
Just like it.
I know exactly, man.
Looks just like an E-frame.
I didn't know
it's better than the
replicas on this.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. One scale, guys. Come on, you gotta build it up here. So, all right, let me get through these. So, hey, what's going on? Definitely says namaste at the wrong times and too frequently. Okay, all right, let's move on. Hey, what are you guys doing down here? To me? I don't know you.
Don't be mean to your sons.
I mean, Dad.
Hey,
Mom?
Good night.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, Mom.
All right, and are you coming in? All right, here we go. All right, get out of here. Get out.
Good night,
Get
guys.
out.
Hello and goodbye, children.
You owe me rent tomorrow. Yeah, it's late.
Rent.
It's late. That's right. All right, enough interruptions. Let's get to some news first. I don't want to spend a lot of time on news. I really want to talk about Exosquad, but
we've only got a tiny bit of news though.
Shrinkflation. Yeah, it's a thing. Yep.
Shrinkflation.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial. What do you? So I just
Thought I'd put on a
ordered
scarf.
today, and I got this thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But we've kind of talked about it already. But these are better pictures. But you know, it's pretty neat. Can't wait. I only got one. That's all I need. You know. What's with the scarf?
Well, I was already wearing a hat, so
You're extra newsy. You're extra
I'd
newsy.
level up. And also, I just
okay.
want to emphasize things like this, like, and just like throw it over my shoulder. So whether it's a joke or an insult, yeah.
And then not 6-inch, and not Exosquad size either. But Joy Toy has a. I'm flipping through you, Joe.
Yeah.
Joy Toy has these new. Then these are troop builder prices, and I was like,
I know,
yes. Are you kidding? Give me all of these.
I'm very man. They are. I'm loving. They continue.
There's
to pump
another
out
2. There's 6 of them in total.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm very
Don, what you're
excited. They have so much Warhammer IP that I was afraid that that's all they're going to do, but now they continue to pump out troop builder lines. I'm like, yes, like we just covered another one 2 weeks ago, and then before that they released another like modern squad, and this is kind of like all over the place with this one. I love it. Like I absolutely love it.
There's a lot of reuse here, and it's not like there's a ton of accessories with these dudes, but like for the $20 price point, I'm like, keep doing that.
Yeah. If you missed a lot of these guys, like the pieces when they were released the first time, they're perfect. They're definitely perfect for that.
They're awesome. Still can't fit in an E-frame, but they're pretty cool.
They can't, but they do make their own suits.
That's true.
And their 1/25th suits you can for the most part cram a GI Joe size figure, 4-inch figure, or 3 3/4 in there.
Oh,
dude, you remember that time Landon was on? He pulled out like that $5,000 mech frame that could like transform by itself. I was like, whoa.
I'm just quietly putting it. That's the news. I'm buying all of that stuff.
They actually have that figure on BBTS, and it dropped in price. Yeah, so
now it's only $3,000.
Now it's only They brought it up just to bring it down to still expensive.
All right, well, that's news for the week. Let's talk about Exosquad because we're excited.
All right, let's do it. Joe, I'm
yes.
glad we're here to talk about. I'm just gonna keep adding props every.
With Invincible Toys and Ewart.
So, as I said, I'm very glad we're here to talk about Exosquad. I actually ran out of props. My kids walked off with 2 of them. I was like, "Kids, damn you!" So we've talked about the show previously, and it is definitely one of my top 5 animations. And when you were bringing up earlier, Landon, like it was hard to catch up to it. It was like 6:30 in high school. No, it was actually like I think it was 8th grade middle school. I would wake up,
middle school, yeah,
run out and slap in a VHS tape into the VCR, hit record, and I would record Exosquad every single morning. So I had a stack of like 8 tapes, and then I started trying to put them in order. So I absolutely loved
that was show. That's a task.
I know you were dedicated, man.
I was. Yes, I loved that show so much. It was for its time, right? It was American manga almost, or American anime. Like it kind of borrowed heavily from a lot of it. Like somebody brought up a Robotech, right? It borrowed from these things, but it was very American flavored, and like it was just brand new to me. And like manga was hot at the time too, but I really wasn't into it. So for me, that was like this fresh animation, and it came out before Adult Swim and Toonami also, so like there was nothing really out there like that. So I was like, man. And then I remember my little brother's friend came over and he was like, I got this thing, and I was like, what is this thing? And he still had it in the plastic packaging because there were so many bits and pieces, and it was Dillion, and like he took it out and he just started adding all the things. I was like, what is this called?
The only thing I'm missing from my Dillion is this. Let me see here. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do that.
There we go.
Is this tiny little antenna that goes right here?
Oh,
that's the only.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
There's a little antenna. Got everything else. It still works. Like it's still really good.
I feel like my antenna got bent.
My tall one is. There's definitely white stress marks at the bottom.
Right. Yeah. And right at the bottom, it would, it would end up getting those stress marks.
I mean, those tall antennas. I mean, come on, it's just asking for it. Yeah.
That was always the case,
It was, and it would drive me crazy because I always try to keep my figures like pristine, and
switch to this.
Drive me nuts.
Retro Tinker, just you wait. We've got more and more lined up here. I may have a few Exosquad toys.
I mean, so we had talked about Dalion already. This is the first one I bought. I actually got this before, so I didn't know. I'd never seen the show. We were just in Toys R Us when we saw them. So I was just like,
that's the best thing that happened.
I have to have this. I don't know what it is. It looks like as good as articulation as a G.I. Joe. I need this thing. So like I got Dalion without knowing anything, and my little brother got Marsh, and we went home and we were just like, yay! Like, it was like the greatest toys ever. And then, of course, not too far after that, the show started airing, and we were like, oh my gosh, there's a show. So like I was already, which of course there was, but we didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy. Seeing that in the store and going like, what is this? Kind of thing. Like, I was hooked immediately.
Yeah, they're so unique. I mean, like,
but you mentioned.
Hey, what's up, Legend Series? Thanks for jumping in.
That's your favorite E-frame.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
This missile won't lock in anymore, unfortunately. But that's the only thing I've. Yeah, that's the only thing I've got most of everything to this day, but some missiles and some random things have gone missing over the years. And then I've acquired other people's collections, and I have like I basically have a double of everybody, but the ones that I doubled up on are like sun damaged to hell. So it's really bad. So you can clearly see which ones were mine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I see what's her face, Colleen O'Reilly in the back, the jump troop.
Yeah, this is the only jump trooper I have.
That was the one I had when I was a kid too.
Well, I didn't have enough female figures for when I was a kid. I'll bring her up a little bit.
That's quality.
We're just gonna show all your toys then, Joe. Is that the It's cool.
I mean, we can show yours, Don.
No, it's fine. It's good.
We're just having a conversation, Don. We're just having a little talk. Yeah, Colleen was cool. Liked her a lot. I just wanted a couple more female characters. I didn't have your favorite when I was a child. Yeah. I got her later on, and I didn't have this one. I didn't have Burns either. So
yeah.
She was one of
that one was really
good.
Burns was a really good E-frame, I thought too.
I think some of those came out a little later on in the line, and they were a little harder to get hold of.
Yeah,
these ones had the simpler legs that were all one piece too, which I kind of appreciated because like those, like my Daleon's thigh windows, I guess you would call them, are like really loose and like could flop off at any second.
Thigh windows. That is my favorite.
Thigh windows.
Look at that girl with her thigh windows over there.
thigh windows.
I got some thick thigh windows on you.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. Of a Burns frame that I repainted.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that one's great.
One? Nice.
No, he painted that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was because I like that frame so much. I was like, I want to do something less purple and blue and do.
Oh, gotcha. That looks awesome.
Yeah, we painted that a long time ago, but it holds up pretty well. Anyway,
that one has become one of my favorite ones. So that's not.
It really has. Yeah.
It was harder to find when they were out, and I never really saw them. But like for some reason, it like the design, everything. I'm like, oh, and it wasn't even in the show that often because she was a 2-seater. She was in Marsalis frame. So like,
she was in with Marsala, yeah.
But like the colors, I don't know. Like later on, that one really grew on me. Like I love it.
Yeah, she was cool.
I think like the window in the front always had like that was always the draw for me. You know, like how they were, kind of framed in the suit was always a big one. Like how much of the character do I get to see?
Right. And that was cool. I mean, and that is one of the reasons I went to the trouble of actually getting them into their suits. So, I didn't put their handles on the handles for the most part, but getting to load the pilot into the suit like that was very Voltron to me. Like when you had the lines that actually put the soldier or the pilot in, I liked those way more than the Voltron transforming lines.
Oh, yeah.
When I was good.
Do yours still have the Cyberjack?
Yeah, for the most part, I did like DeLeon's, for instance, is.
I love that.
That Cyberjack never stayed in his head. Never stayed.
No, you had to bend it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you had to like bend it, and then it can feed back in. So like if you bent it at the right spot to where it would be at the back of his head, and then pushed the rest into the chair or the back.
There you go. 90
you could get it like you could get it kind of in place. Oh, sorry, the missile's in the way.
But I couldn't do that. Like I could not bend that piece. Like
it hurt. It hurt.
I'm like, I can't do it. And it just kept.
I think I've got most of them, and I still have a lot of the battery. I mean, I don't have all the power cells, but I definitely have a lot of them. And that was a piece that you lost all the time.
That was like one of my favorite pieces. Like I love the little details. And that was one of them.
It was also like a very frequent plot line in our toy play was just like their power cells have been taken, so they can't use their suits. And without,
so
very frequent nerdy child.
You could remove them. If you could remove them, then they become a part of the story. That's
right.
Yeah, and I love the jets. Like Thrax's jet has the huge one.
Yeah.
So
any of those guys, man.
My 6-year-old loves to just like tinker and take stuff apart. So whenever he comes by my Exosquads, he just comes by and plucks every single power cell. And I'm like, stop, Finn. They're so tiny and transparent. And they just like disappear. He's like, oh, Dad, I lost two. I'm like, thanks. Dear.
Of course you did.
Okay. Yeah. You're going up for adoption.
Rent's due tomorrow, boys. I would love a remake of these figures in 6-inch. Really?
6-inch? Jeez.
I would love a 4-inch so I could fit all my Joy Toy and G.I. Joes in them. Like,
4-inch would be awesome.
Because they almost, and I actually have a couple here where I shoved an O-ring figure in. They almost fit O-ring style, but they're just not there.
Man, I re-glued this cockpit on this side right here, and it still holds up.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Still holding on.
Man, that was a common thing with like Kenner stuff and like Toy Biz stuff. Like they always had those little stress bits that would pop.
Yeah. This mech suit, like the Marsala suit, is by far my second favorite. I mean, like, and yes, it's a 2-seater and it's huge, and not a lot of kids had that, let alone the price point for the individual ones. But I loved this thing to death. And
if I remember, they were, I mean, they weren't like overly priced, but they were a pretty decent,
reasonable
up there. Yeah.
You kind of really had to, get in there, and they weren't cheap.
Yes,
No.
exactly. Yeah, but
I mean,
think Joe's described
the
this as
original
being
ones
like,
I think were $9.99 when I got them, De
Yeah.
Leon. But maybe I think they quickly jumped to like $14.99 or
Right.
$13.99.
That's what I think.
yeah,
That's when I was getting.
I have no idea what I paid for Marsala. It was probably a birthday present, honestly. Like I don't remember. Like I would never have been able to save up enough money to get that one.
Right,
I'll buy an individual one. I can't save up for that.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's-
and that was.
go ahead.
I mean, it's like you get the money, and then you're like, oh, I'm saving up, but then you never do because you just run out and burn it all. So you're like, I'm never getting to that point. Yeah.
well, you can buy more GI Joes than just one E-frame. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to. Yeah.
That was a lot of GI Joes for $15.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Joe's often described them as over-engineered, I think that's
But in a good way.
description. Yeah. I think that's a good description too. So,
This is
too
cool.
too old. Oh, he
Phantom
dumped
was-
a bunch of custom. Oh, I can't wait to look at these. Thank you.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Phaeton. One of my favorite villains of all time.
He's a great villain.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's great.
Absolutely love him.
But I mean, he was ruthless. That was the thing about it. And we're not talking about like goofy ruthless. I mean, he was like
Exactly.
Legit ruthless.
Yes.
legit ruthless.
Exactly. There is his again. I don't want to dive too much into the show too, but like he had poise. He was intelligent. He was like logical. He had like some sort of code. But like you said too, like there was a
crazy
classic
secret plots going on. Even
so
to his own
his
people.
downturn when he started becoming worse and worse through season 2, I was like, this is so fantastic to see this guy who had all his shit together just unravel and fall apart, become more paranoid, and he created like interspecies conflict. I was like, this is so cool. But like the most ruthless line that kind of like captures that is like he was on the bridge of his ship. And they're like, sir, we captured an Exo ship. And he's like, any officers? He's like, no. He's like, execute them. Like, they just straight up, like, execute them. I was like, oh my God. Like, that was so good. And like, that line captures the essence of, and there's no rage or anything. He's like, execute
He's like,
get rid of him.
I mean, it comes off almost like that conversation's been had before. Like,
Exactly.
why are you even asking me this?
Why did you bother? Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know how this goes. If there's no officers, that you just go ahead and kill them all.
Yeah.
And that's the cool part about it.
So good. Yeah. And I like that frame. I like the black and I like the purple. Like I love that. But the claw thing, I always hated it because like one shoots. And yes, but it's so weak. It doesn't actually grab it. It like massages people. Like it's like a tickle claw.
You know what? That's what I like about this one. I mean, like, but it was fun.
Yeah, like creepy fingers. Like Landon was just like, "Hello."
This one's great. You can press on the back and open it up. It actually has some strength to it, so it can grab a figure.
Yeah,
that one.
And you can spin it in the back. It was great. It was really cool. The versatility of that one.
Doesn't just grip; it tears. Right?
Yeah.
So people have asked a lot about this media. So this media is buried. You can buy season 1 on DVD pretty much anywhere that they sell it, right?
Peacock does have the whole series. Yeah.
Peacock does.
But
now
it never. Remember, it didn't finish. It ends on a cliffhanger for season 2. So
right.
I think that was season 2 or season 3, something like that.
Yeah,
season 2. Yeah.
So it ended. The war ended, and they wrapped it up perfectly. And then they started like a new threat and a new spinoff, and like Nara gets something at the end of season 2, and then they start introducing that, and then it just stopped. So
like they team up with the pirates, and then this new alien threat shows up, and then you're like, "What's going on?" And we never get to find out what that was.
So it is on Peacock, and the only reason I jumped on the Peacock was to watch Exosquad, which my boys did not like at the time. Like 2 years ago, they were like, "This is boring." I'm like, "I hate you."
My kids said the same thing.
I hate you.
I think you have to pay for that now. I think you have to pay. I think it's behind a paywall, and I think that was like the introduction. Like, hey, go jump on the Peacock. Everything's free. I think it's behind a paywall. So,
but Exosquad isn't done.
So my kids are.
Yeah, I just started watching it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, good.
Yeah, I'd recommend finding the DVDs because I mean I think the the full series is it's everything, and then it also has a really good kind of like a making of type documentary type deal.
If you can find that full series, send me a link.
Yeah,
I will say that the show on Peacock has not been like upgraded in any way, shape, or form. Like it's old standard definition. Like there's zero. Like it's very blurry, even just watching it.
Yeah.
on your computer screen. Like let alone a TV. It's probably not that great, but
yeah.
Other than that, it's great.
I think one of the releases is just the the VHS transfer, but then the second one, I think, like I got the whole series 3 times. Once I got a bootleg from a comic convention. The other time I got the first release. I think it was from FHE. I could be wrong. And then the third one, which is the one I still have, it's in a silverish looking box. It's got JT on the cover, and that's the one that has all the good, everything on it or in it.
Huh. I've only seen bootlegs. Like I just went and looked up 2 weeks ago, like where's the rest of this? It was only bootlegs. I'm very tempted to go buy a bootleg just to get season 2.
Hey, it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
I got bootleg Silverhawks off of eBay, and they were quality. I mean, it looked like somebody actually took the time to kind of remaster
clean it up as much as they could.
Sharper. Yeah. So it wasn't bad.
Remastered it a little.
It was like 13 discs. Yeah, like it was clean. I was like, okay, 13 discs of Silverhawks. So.
Wow.
This rocks.
Wow.
They're on
CD-ROMs. Yeah. Floppy disks.
Insert this into your computer.
My kids, my boys have gotten into Ninja Turtles. But they're into like
classic,
the 80s Ninja Turtles. So I said, dude, if you guys love Ninja Turtles, you're gonna love the Thundercats.
Yeah.
So I put on Thundercats, right? And I'm like, nerding out to the intro.
It's such a good intro.
So it gets going, and they're just not interested at all.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about break your heart. I'm like,
well, how old are your kids?
Let's see. So 7 and 7 and 9. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think maybe younger would probably be better because like Thundercats is like the storylines are adorable, but they're some of them can be really stupid and silly. So you're just like, okay, like this is all about Snarf this episode. My daughter loves it. So but she was only 4 when she started watching it. So she's like, this is fantastic. But if she watched it when she was 7 or 8, she'd probably be like,
My sons were the other way around. Like we tried to let them watch He-Man, and they were just like, what is this? Then we put on Thundercats.
He-Man's rough.
He-Man is the original He-Man. I'm like, oh. But Thundercats, at least there's action, and they kind of fight, and Panthro is so freaking cool. It's like,
that's true. There's a lot of cool stuff in Thundercats.
I think that was
definitely check out the show.
I think I loved the characters more as a kid than the storylines, right? Because you're right. The storylines.
The stories were ridiculous. The intro was fantastic, and that's all you needed to buy toys.
And you do get those rare gems where you're like, dude, like that's a badass story. Yeah.
There's a really good 5-parter where Lion-O has to fight all of them individually to become the leader or whatever, and that was really good. There's really good story arcs.
We are not talking about Exosquad. What is happening right now? What is this?
We're talking about children.
I came here for one thing.
Sorry.
Back to toy domination.
I'm trying to get my kids to watch Exosquad yet, but I just got Peacock to watch it like 2 days ago, so I'll get her on it.
Timbo, how dare you miss a stream for family night? I never have movies and pizza night on Friday nights with my family. I never. I know.
You're the worst.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you? Let's talk about what do you guys want to talk about Exosquad? What about talk about toys?
We got some toys. So Ewart, you had said you had some favorites too. There were some good ones.
Oh yeah. Just Torres was one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe showed that one, and
let's get Torres up there again.
No, let's. I got one, Joe. I got one here.
Well, I'm just gonna put her up small.
Yeah. Why don't you here? Hold on, just blow up mine really quick here. So
of course, my lord.
I have. I liked.
Torres was awesome.
Yep, not me.
Love the non.
Working on it.
Yeah,
it's not instantaneous. Yeah. Relax.
No. Yeah, I really like Torres too.
Dang, 3 of them.
How many?
Yeah, I like them.
It reminds me of the suit off of Alien where she's got the loader.
That's exactly what we used to do with her. We had her fight
this one.
aliens.
One.
Yep. because I didn't have that. We have the other toys, the rest of the line, but
your Taurus looks really bright yellow.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, but this is just a pale comparison to this one, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that suit I never had.
Weston, Maggie Weston.
Yeah, I couldn't keep the glass in ever. Like this weird contraption that like pops it up. It's like, and also I never realized that this was a toe. I thought it was a rake. I'm like, what idiots? She's not gardening. That's so
She's
stupid.
plowing the field, stop.
Yeah, it's like I was just raking behind her like a dumbass. But no, it's a toe.
Man.
I was like,
It's forming. Planets.
Terraforming.
You need a
terraforming. Yeah,
you need your rake for your
line by line. This planet will never get done. I love Taurus. And here's a GI Joe in the cockpit. You can see just an O-ring just
doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
It's really crammed in there. Yeah.
So, but
I love
it. Ram his head in.
Fit, what's her name? She's smaller though. From Rise of Cobra, CoverGirl, because she's one of the female figures were smaller. I mean, she's crammed, but she still fits in there pretty well. But so she was a favorite. Takagi was another favorite. I never saw him until way later in life. My little brother had Typhonus right there. Goodness, 3 of them! Holy shit!
I've got 3 of those too.
Good Lord, I wish.
I do have Takagi.
Yeah,
cool. Takagi was awesome. Wow.
Yeah, this one was cool. That opens like that, but then this opens underneath. Don't pay attention to that. But yeah. Pretty sweet.
They were awesome.
I wonder, like that.
There you go.
Buzz Lightyear jet would make an awesome custom of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, not bad. Yeah.
To some degree. I mean, like Takagi's thing has all this articulation.
Like, he's got crazy.
It's almost like a bird.
He's got crazy. This flips up and
the way the wings moved and stuff.
Yeah, they can come down and change back.
You're not getting that out of it, but
yeah,
it can also detach. But I hate that feature of this.
I forgot it does it.
Yeah,
I never do it.
So when you find them on eBay, you have to be careful because a lot of times it'll be like the front piece or the back piece, right? So like, you gotta,
not the whole thing.
Yeah, it's really hard to find the whole thing. Luckily, I know someone who said, "Hey, I've got this front thing," and I was like, "Well, that's great because I got a spare back thing." So
that's quality.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a cool one because it was unique. I mean, I had never seen. I mean,
most of the planes were really cool. Like basically it's just Takagi and Thrax, but they were really awesome.
So here's a caveat though. So at one point I had almost every Exosquad there was, from Simbaka to the Gorilla E-frame. I never had JT Football one, but I got rid of all those weirdo ones. Like, I purged. It's like, why? I don't need this goofy fire truck guy. I don't need I even got rid of Draconis's one too. Like, I did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't. anything goofy, I was like, you're adding.
What was Draconis?
It was the red one that had the big old balls on the shoulders.
I forgot about that. I never had that one. I still to this day don't have that one.
Big balls on the shoulders.
Big strong balls on the shoulders. You know what I'm talking about?
He held them up well though. Wait, so you said Ewart, you said your other favorite one was which one besides Takagi?
You showed Fate.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You showed Phaeton. Phaeton was another favorite. I'm trying to think of who else did you have
any of the 2-seaters? So Joe showed his little.
No, I wanted them.
Oh, I don't have that. Wait, do
Those
I?
Are awesome.
No, you don't have this one, Joe. This one's cool.
No, I've got the frog suit, the froggy suit.
That one's awesome.
It's a 2-seater. What was interesting about this was the missiles. You slam this down and they fire backwards, which I thought was weird, but okay. But the neat thing was this compartment would open up in the back. And then when you turn, I had the samurai one too. Got rid of it. Hated it. Oops. And then inside was like a troop, like a guy could sit here in a command center. But also it had this mine. I'm not going to try to do the mine thing, but these 2 mines would roll out. And I was like, that's interesting. I don't think though you'd want to deploy mines right in front of where you're about to walk. But it's still a cool concept. So
maybe it's a you're running away.
Yeah, in the show
you deploy the mines and then you fly off.
Yeah.
Backwards. Yeah, you're running backwards while you
drop the
run away.
leave behinds. Yeah.
Weston's was really awesome. I mean, you showed me her. You showed some of hers because she didn't have. You didn't have the.
Oh yeah, pull Weston back up.
I always pull out. Oh yeah, here she is. This is cool, and it's got a back compartment too.
Yeah, it's so cool, man.
Yeah, this was. Yeah.
But and you know what I love about this is we're seeing a lot of this stuff in those Joy Toy mechs.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting. They just came out last year with the double seater.
Oh, that's right.
You know, and,
that's right.
They were putting in the details where you could actually move, like the, like the steering wheels or the grips on them. They had it where you could put the rifle in the cockpit with a first aid kit and all that good stuff. So to me, this was the natural progression of Exosquad, and what we got right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ewart, is that the double?
Yeah, that's the double.
Oh, what?
Let's see it.
Oh.
Was that 1/8 or
It's 1/25.
120? Okay, yeah.
Wow.
The guys in there.
What's that one
Yeah,
called?
see,
Just a dual cockpit mech. I think that's what they call it.
Is it 1/18 or is it technically 1/25?
Yeah, 1/25.
They really went out of their way with that naming convention. Though. That's amazing.
Exactly right. But
What's
it's
this
really
one? I don't know.
because,
2 legs, black frame, 2 seats, done.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
And then you have the
doesn't the top cockpitters
you've got a turret up here, and then you have the little
Really?
There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's like the Exosquad level of details. That's fantastic.
Exactly.
Not that Joy Toy isn't that level of detail, but in general, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I mean, I wanted one. I've always been enamored with mechs. Just the fact that the guy gets to go inside the huge suit. But they had the one with the sniper rifle, and you can actually put a round in it.
Oh,
yeah.
This is the one I've got.
You can chamber that round, and that was awesome.
That's awesome.
And this is pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I have the other one.
Cool, and I really like the solid. You were just talking about the glass, hilariously enough, but I mean, I really like the solid. Shield on this, the way it's
very Titanfall with the
right,
very
and then it's got this
heads up display,
like gun elbow thing. Well, let me tell you,
gun elbow
thing going on.
That's where you keep them.
That is that is cyberpunk right there.
Yeah, that's where you keep it.
But pretty cool these ones. And I like these because they're quite bigger than a frame, but they're still pretty compact in terms of how
there you go.
How
it almost
they are.
It almost feels like boss level. You're like, we got the E frames. Oh, it's boss level.
It's a bit smaller than the double, but it's still quite bigger than the singles.
If Joy Toy did 1/18 Exosquad, I would also go broke. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and they do have the 1/18 scale mechs. The ones that are really tall. I think you can see.
I've got 3
over here. That tall one, I don't know if you can kind of see him. Is a 1/18 scale one.
Mine's still in the box.
Yeah.
Below Bruce Lee's nipple there? Is that where you're pointing?
Right below his nipple line.
Yeah, perfect. Nipple line suits. Got it. Yep.
Right at the nipple. Just right at the nipple.
Now nobody's going to be able to unsee that nipple.
I know, you'll never be able to.
You got more to show us?
I definitely have more to show you,
Get your toy cam back over here.
Yeah, which ones were your favorite, Dom?
So here's the ones that they're not exactly Exosquad, but they came out with the toys, right? And there were these weird line where somebody brought
Robotech ones.
Yes, the Robotech ones.
Robotech.
So I almost purged these too, but I was like, it's so goofy. I'll hang on to it. But now my sons and I love beating the crap out of this thing. It's just a fun, Wolverine slices it up, or I don't know, it's got so many functions because it's so goofy and it reminds me of a 1980s video game. So I'm like, yeah, you stay. But this one, I can't remember.
Alien.
Yeah, what it's called, but this one is still so. Get out of here! This one's so cool.
Yeah,
I love the goofy gun arms and the top cannon's really cool, and shockingly, this cockpit has stayed tight. and what am I trying to say, man? Why is English escaping me tonight?
Good.
I stayed
You're doing
intact.
good. You should have a show on the internet, Dom.
Instead of
big boy words.
Yeah, I said in tight instead of intact. I have no idea why my brain made that connection.
It's that stays in tight.
I don't know. Like I've often wondered. I've never done drugs really before, except but like I'm like
some of us don't need them.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like why bother? It's right. I'm already there. You know what I mean? So, God. Anyways, microdosing on nothing. So, anyways, we put Rocket in here. This is his.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
so
that's
great. That's a perfect use for that.
Yeah, Finn loves being the little guys, but when we like go up against Thanos or whatever, he's like, "Well, I can't do anything." I'm like, "Well, here you go. Here's an awesome mech." And the only problem is it's really loose here because this is such a heavy upper body. So Zendri, thank you. I knew it was some alien name. I didn't want to mispronounce it in case there's any Zendris watching, right? So what? Go ahead.
What is that? Robotech?
Have you tried putting like clear fingernail polish on the back of that to tighten it up?
Not on this one yet, only because I'm lazy and I have other priorities. But I think it's got 2 clear bolt or screws. Maybe just tightening those down, honestly, would probably help it out.
Tighten those.
Yeah,
but Zentradi, that's what they were called. Zentradi.
So really, really fun one. And then my favorite used to be Dillion. But honestly, it's Torres and Burns. But I also really like
Bronski's great. I don't know where I put my Bronski. It's not like all his stuff is in with my. I think I used him in one of our games, Dom. I think he's currently with a squad of one of our soldiers or something.
And this is a Star Wars character that actually fits. Yeah. That somebody had Jason had brought this up before. So my tow cable got tangled up with this one. Hold on. The tow line got because he had this cool, interesting tow thing that fired out. So I like Bronski.
I liked his squat little, like the curl of his legs.
3 of them.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if you remember this, but speaking of KB Toys, they also had a knockoff line called Tech Wars.
Oh yeah, I do have some of those. Yeah.
And so they brought these out.
What were they called?
Tech Wars. So now they're astronomical, but then they were cheaper than Exosquad, but they were the exact same molds, right?
What?
So they were
those at all.
Same thing through and through. The figures were trash, like they fell apart instantly, and they had no like details or face like anything, but the suits were exactly the same. And these are actually
they had a Dalion that was more military.
Hold on. I got it, Joe.
I'm doing the knockoffs.
Oh, yeah, I got them all right here lined up.
Wow.
But it's funny now that the knockoffs are more expensive than the streamline.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yep.
What?
They had the blue one. Yep. A military one. This is Sean Napier's, which was the MP. And then
the MP is actually a better paint.
Yeah, I agree. I
love all the flat dark earth.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then Bronski's, which got tangled up in the like this got the 2 grapples got connected.
Drop them over there.
They're docking. But anyway, this is get that term.
Docking. So this in quotation. This is what the pilot looks like.
It was a mommy robot.
It was repaints of the repaint. What a mommy
robot. In the Borgs.
It was repaints of the exact figures, but they all have this generic pilot head on it.
Wow.
Here's Bronski's again, like just classic. And this is how, speaking to Dom's, how well those figures held up. Both of his arms snapped off.
Yeah, they were so bad, man.
But again, same generic head, just different paint job on those.
Wow, I never
getting multiple mechs, new mech. I was like all day long. Just give me all right, more of them. Great.
Yeah.
I have the little red one. The Invid Shock Trooper is what that purple guy was. I have the little red one that doesn't open up. It doesn't have like this purple one. You can actually fit a pilot. It didn't come with a pilot, but you actually fit a pilot inside this. The red one doesn't have the cannons, and it's squatter and has the arms. I also did not bring
I do have the red one, which is pointless because it doesn't open.
It's just like a weird little monkey thing that runs around. I have tons of the Spartan X and Raider and those Macross ones or Robotech ones. I've got so many of those ones because they're really cool. But I also these dudes I absolutely loved in the show, and I know you shoot Colleen O'Reilly.
The jump
Like,
troops.
oh my god!
What's that guy's name? Pellegrino, I think.
Yes, you got Pellegrino and Longfeather, and then
Yeah.
I couldn't find Avery Butler's gear. I unkitted him for some reason, but yeah,
they were awesome.
Loved the jump troopers so much.
Oh my gosh, why is it? It's totally slipping my mind.
Go on. I'll help you out.
The vehicles with the vehicles transform.
Transformers.
Oh, you're talking about Mask.
That's what they look like.
Oh,
They look like the Mask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do kind of look like Mask.
It's not so easy, is it? Remembering words. It's hard. It's hard to remember words. See,
we're old now.
Not at 10 o'clock. Yeah, getting up at 5:20 and staying up until 10 o'clock is like impossible.
These were so fun because like they each had different boots for some reason. Like God forbid you standardize your military.
I know,
and
right?
like all the stuff. Like this guy's actually missing some of the accoutrement, but like all the things they would come with was so cool. And also a really stupid again with the mines. Like he shoots mines out of his boots. Like why? Why? Is this a thing?
You want to put the mines right where you're about to walk.
Yeah.
He's got some negligent discharge.
Guys, go down there, guys. Here we go. Like in front of you.
I know, right?
You should like if it deployed out the back. That was like not in front.
What if what if he's
go.
flying along and he's just dropping them along as he goes?
Right, he's just just like dropping, and then his buddy
Yeah,
comes behind. He's like, "Hey, where did you put the? Oh, behind you, you dick!" Right, so like it just.
It's like
that's called coordination. I blame the
man.
sergeant on that one.
anytime you've been in the military or you've been in law enforcement, you know where you go over there and you mess with your buddy's gear, you pull his belt keepers, you mess with his, turn his lights on in his car, right, whatever. And all I can see here is like this guy going around and his buddy hitting his little landmine dropper, and they're just like, he's like, oh, like how am I gonna get those up, and we're just leaving them for some other guy. I'm out here.
Oh, technically they weren't mines.
I think you're right. I think they were like deployable discs that would explode, which I would say is mine. But anyway, so no, he's technically right. Neolords and Neocats I thought were horrible, and I bought them because I was like, well, I have to have them. And then my Neolord like crumpled to pieces, and I was like, these are out of here, man. So like
he crumbled.
He like because like the body shells were really hollow, so they kind of like just fell apart.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So. And then Joe, did you want to show Shiva's mech, which is probably my favorite two-seater? I know you said Marsala's was your favorite, but
I've got Shiva, but it's one of the. Let me grab it.
Oh, I've got mine's. It's
one of the classically horribly sun damaged ones, but it's mostly together.
Mine's on hand. All right, never mind. Just walk away. We'll just. Oh, there it goes off. I don't know if you heard that. It just. You talk about negligent discharge. It's just gonna keep going, man. Works.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, friendly fire.
Goes off right in my face.
Oh, on that note, I really love like the Jax or the Thrax like reverse missile things. I always loved that. I thought that was super cool on that, like to fire backwards at the other planes. That was really sweet.
I mean, you would think, like, hey man, once they get behind you, you're kind of SOL.
Yeah.
How many of these vehicles and designs ever have something that's really tracking behind you, or rotates around? So that was.
I mean, like all the mechs were. I mean, I think. All right, maybe he does not have that, but Marsala's fires backward. He has the gun on the back here.
Mm-hmm. He has a turret that spins around.
He has the turret back here.
Yeah, rear facing.
Rotate and fire backwards.
That's cool. And the crazy disc that would fire out and you'd lose after the first time.
That was a radar.
Up in the roof. Great. That's gone forever.
Just fire this spinny whirly blade up in the air.
And that's going to be on the roof.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I distinctly remember my friend being like, check this out. Bzzz, and then it was gone. I was like, oh,
damage that pop off like at the slightest touch, they just go.
I think we had a guy come in to check the roof out, and he's like, oh, hey, I found this Frisbee. I was like, great. The kids have been bugging me for that for like 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that is. Dad, when are you going to get up there and get my,
my Exosquad disc?
That's gone, buddy. That's gone.
That's right. Playmates never owned Exosquad. Yeah. Ah, man. Gotta get that license out, though.
I mean, that's probably why they got knockoffs so quickly after the line went dead.
Oh, sure, because they had all the
Very true.
Yeah. Huh.
Did you guys have any of the ships, like the Resolute? I think it was called.
They weren't to scale, so I hated them. But no,
Yeah.
I didn't get the Resolute, but I got both the other play sets, the Mars one and the interior of the Resolute, and they were micro. They were kind of like a. You remember that? What was his Mini Max or whatever with the play set?
Polly Pocket
and everything. Yeah.
What was it called?
Polly Pocket.
No, it was the male one was called. He had a TV show and it was awesome.
Yeah, he did.
Mighty
Max.
Mighty Max.
Was it Mighty Max?
Yeah. Those are super fun. But
that sounds wrong for some reason. But
it was Mighty Max because in the show he was referred to as the Mighty One.
Yeah. That was a good show actually. But again,
everyone died at the end.
Here we go. We're gonna go on another cartoon tangent.
Sorry.
Nope. Back to Exosquad. Bring it back in. We're gonna go on G.I. Joe. We're gonna be on Gem.
We haven't really talked about Marsh, but like I really liked Marsh's Mac.
Marsh really good.
It's one of the early ones, so it's really as Dom said, I like to say overly engineered. But like there's a lot some of the early ones had this whole working piston in the arm joints. So I always loved that. That kind of fell off later.
And if you turn his the little Gatling gun piece, it clicks. Yeah, at least mine did. You wore
I didn't have it near a mic.
No, there we go.
It's clicking.
They should have put.
And I love the translucent plasma rifle.
I love translucent.
He was just loaded down with gear, and the only annoying thing was to fire the missiles, you lift the wings up all the way, and it's just like you're constantly like, if you lift the wings up, you're shooting your missiles up. But it's all right.
Yeah,
but he was really cool. He was a really good one. I have like 4 of those.
Wow.
Landon, what were you trying to say? You've been trying to jump in.
Oh no, I was I actually liked like the little pistons on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I mean, I was about the details and like the translucent weapons and the little clicking Gatling gun. It was like those were the little things that really pulled me in. And like on the motorcycle version, when you flip him around, he's got like a little laptop that flips up and he's got the handles. And that stuff was just the coolest thing to me.
I did not like the motorcycle.
You didn't like that? Oh man.
No. It did look like a cool Akira style motorcycle when it transformed, but I was like, I think like you said, like you're staying in this form forever. Like I'm not going back to the JT because I have JT Marsh's, you know what I mean? So
for me it was, since he was a pilot, I never like even looked at the transforming one. I was like, he's a pilot. I need him to just do pilot stuff,
right. Yeah.
Fly.
God, my thing was like he would, he was flying in the suit, and then he would land, and then he would transform the bike to like scout and do stuff like that. So
of course.
Well, this isn't a good one because there's no mines that jump out in front of its feet here. So. I did like
over.
Yeah, I did like the fact that it had a carrying handle on the back, so you could like move it. Like I was like, that's cool.
That one was really cool, though. I mean, it's huge and bulky, but it
almost looks like it has like a cage on the back to like.
Is it an armored?
It's like radar.
Okay.
So. There you go. Yeah, this one's really fun. I loved this one. Like Joe said, it's like a froggy type design or whatever. It's got these, I don't know what these little glass or fake jewel things are on the side here, but super.
They're called thigh windows.
Thigh windows. Thank you.
Windows.
Man, the kids nowadays, with their thick thigh windows, they can't keep up with trends. Yeah, can't keep up with trends. Yeah, these are cool. Yeah, man, that's pretty much. I think we've gone through all the good E-frames. I'm gonna say that we went through all the good E-frames because there's more, but they are not good.
I feel so bad because I feel like I was deprived as a child because I only had the 2.
Yeah,
you're just not crazy.
I didn't have a ton. When I was a kid, I had I would say a handful of the smaller ones, and then Marsala. And then, as we got older, my brother was like, "Here, have all of mine." So that's why I got JT Marsh and a bunch of others. You know what I mean? So I got I kind of acquired other collections, and then we went and bought toys, people's collections all the time, as in high school, like me and John did.
The balls.
There's
the balls. Yeah. You kept the balls.
I castrated him and kept his balls as a reminder to all the rest to behave. So.
You're gonna hang those on your rearview mirror?
That's right. Yeah, out the back of a truck, just dangling back there in the back.
Nobody would know what they were. Nobody would know.
Two of the Thrax jets because I love this blood red.
I think
and he's my favorite character. So
That's
I
awesome.
have the second Thrax too. Yeah.
Now they also transform, which I forget and hate because like this foot comes down and then like
I think like that's just so it can land, right? That's
I
just
get
the landing.
VTOL as a thing. Yeah, I know, but it actually makes sense when it's like in a hangar, like it doesn't take up any space. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. But
Yeah.
kind of like the old, what were those P-51s or whatever on the aircraft carriers that have the wings would fold up? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so the World War II style ones, but like, yeah,
no,
it would fold up. Like this.
That was another thing about the show that worked really well too. Is the logic of the show, the feel of the show was like a very World War II kind of feel.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Like Phaeton was very Hitler-esque, right? Like started off with a cause that may or may not have been made sense on paper and then quickly turned into genocide. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my people, we're being oppressed, so let's wipe out everyone else. It's like,
let's kill them all.
Yeah. And then you
the episode when they're getting like prison transferred to Venus because they need to get off land to Venus, and then they find out that they're just detaching them and sending them into the sun. They're like, we're gonna die.
It's like, whoa.
That's what prison transfers to Venus were.
Yeah.
Just jettisoning them into the sun. The two pilots are literally joking, and they're like,
of course, they
say something like, they're like, another dump of crap for the old sun incinerator or something like that. I was like, holy shit!
It's like when you
dark.
When you get those things in the mail, it says you've won a free trip to somewhere, and you're like, oh yeah, sign me up for that.
Into the sun, keep that sun hot. So a lot of these. Venus?
Awesome.
I didn't have any of these as a kid at all, or at all. So I have gone back. People, I would see them in their collections. I would get them, or eBay, but also before nostalgia and toys like really started blowing up with like crazy collector prices, I was scooping some of these up for like $5 or whatever, so like this one someone gave me because they were like, I don't want my toys anymore. I'm like, well, I will take this thing off your hands. And the second one I did chase down, but yeah, now like I actually just got a Torres. I won her on eBay for like $10. She didn't come with any of the weapons, but like $10 is great for an E-frame. Like that's nothing to shake. And then I just got my second Nara Burns for like 14. So you can find them if you're willing to accept that they don't have like, let's see. Like Landon would like this because the thing's bent there. So Landon would hate that. Yeah.
It's stressed. It's stressed.
But
like for about like $50 a piece now, $50 or $60 a piece.
Yeah, exactly. So and this one's got some wear on the cockpit there on the frame. It's got like a crack on it, but like I don't care. I love it, and I've got plenty of spare missiles. So like if you just want a frame, like $10-15, you can find them when they're out there. Ooh, this one's really cracked actually.
I mean, $10 and then his link is bent. That's $7. That's a $7 best offer for me.
Oh, hey, Famine's here. We gotta rewind. We gotta go back. We gotta rewind. Start over. No, Joe's muted though, so we'll have to wait until he's unmuted.
Start over, everyone. We're starting over. We're here to talk about Exosquad.
Oh, he went Centurions instead of Power Extreme. Okay, fair enough. These are cooler, but fair enough. That's good. All right. Well, that's Exosquads. That's what we got here, man. Do we actually want to talk about some toy pickups and what we got for this week, though?
Sure.
Yeah, some recent toy, some fresh lines.
Sure.
You just look at
got some cool stuff.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Cool.
Oh.
Give me a sec. I'll go grab some.
Does it have the removable palisade? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this $10 mech. And no, definitely not. Definitely does not.
The removable
what? The power cell. Nope, this one does not. Let's see. But also to be fair, I'm pretty sure Finn has been here and has been jacking these out. So
my Taurus does have the power cell.
Yeah, most of mine
do.
Again,
the claw. I'm missing some of the missiles. The weird blade missile does not click in anymore. Yeah. That's just not happening.
This claw can fit like a beer can, and that is it. Like that is all this arm is designed. Just like give the pilot a beer can. Like there's nothing else.
I really like this. Oh yeah, that's nothing going on there. The thumb is articulated, so that's kind of cool. But I also did love the recoiling.
Yes,
rifle.
I'm such a sucker for anything recoiling. I love it. Yeah. Anything recoil.
I see some good stuff in the background, Landon, in your hand.
Let's see what you got.
What'd you
Oh
get?
man,
Well,
you should, if my office didn't look like a nuclear bomb hit it. Look at this. This is my GI Joe board of.
uh-oh. You froze. Oh, there you go. Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, there you go.
It's a lot of Joes.
There it is. There
Dang.
go.
Are those are the vintage ones, right? I can't tell what size from here.
Those are the. No, those all classified.
Oh, all classifieds. Okay.
All right, we're officially doing a what you got over there this week.
Yeah, they're all they're all the classified figures.
That looks good, man.
I just spilt my box of E-frames on the floor.
Uh-oh.
All over the place. Power cells everywhere.
I'm
sure it's fine.
I recently got this. I just finally got to put it together.
Oh, hey, oh,
Wayward
look
Goat.
at that guy.
Yeah.
Wayward Goat.
Yeah.
Who, I hope someone's awesome review video inspired you to get that.
Well, it's weird. So I had pre-ordered this, and then somehow I canceled it. So then I went on the site like months ago, and I rebought. I got 2 of them, and it came, and I didn't see the box in the house. And then one day while I was cleaning up, I see the box. I'm like, what? No one told me this was here. So yeah, I put it together immediately, and I've been running it around. I've got some Joy Toy guys in there right now. The Russian guys.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay.
See, that's when you say, Dom, you're right. Your review on that inspired me to purchase. That's all you had to fit. You just
It did.
Yeah.
It just kind of slipped my mind for a second,
I didn't. Were those repaints on the figures? Because I didn't.
These were. Well, no, these were the. So initially, they released these as the what were they called? The SSO team or something like that.
Mhm.
I couldn't get those, but then the second release was these.
Oh,
Dom was
the
talking
green
about
ones.
Yeah, he got these, and the first versions, I guess, joints disintegrated stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I got these
Those
much
early
later.
Joy Toys were
Dark Source.
notorious.
Yeah. So these are old, but mine didn't disintegrate yet. I don't know, what's.
Well, hopefully they won't.
Yeah, I hope they don't. But
There's a reason Joy Toys come with extra elbow and knee hinges.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I love this thing, man. It's modular, so like you can pull most of the parts. Ooh, someone's in there. Sorry. You can pull the parts off. You can pull this hood piece off if you want. The back thing slides off. I mean, I'll try and do that off camera because nothing wants to work while you're on camera. But
of course not. Yeah. Dom's voice, for instance.
It's pretty cool. There we go. You can take the back piece.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Yeah.
I need to get the covers. It looks so much better with the covers on them. Yeah.
Do you think so? I mean, I think it looks cool.
I think it's cool,
but
covers, I really like the covers. Yeah.
Yeah, I got one just kind of bare bones, and then one with all the stuff on it, just so I could get the full feel for it. But it's a lot of space, and you can.
Those are really cool trucks.
Yeah. They look real tough, man, and they
they go in the mud. Well,
yeah, exactly. You've got multiple dashboards too, so that if you put in smaller figures, you have more. It'll kind of take up more space to hold.
Oh,
so mine. No, it's the or mine came with the European or the left hand side, so the steering columns.
Oh yeah, I have one of
right
those.
Really? I looked at it, I was like, why do I have so many dashes? And I looked, I was like, oh, the steering column on the
other side, yeah.
I was like, that's amazing. What a cool little detail.
Yeah, they did a good job. My only gripe is the 50 cal is bent. Like no matter what you do, it's kind of warped, but it's a toy. It's not a problem, Our imagination can do the rest,
They're just shooting slightly curved to the left.
I know, shoot where he will be, not where he actually is.
This is some Matrix shit right here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whipping the pistol.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Curve. Wanted.
Gun kata.
What's the whipping the move? The gun with the
curving the bullets.
Curving the bullet. What's that?
Equilibrium.
Wanted.
Equilibrium.
No, it's not equilibrium. It's
Wanted.
Wanted. Yeah, with McAvoy.
Equilibrium was awesome too because that was all that gung fu.
Gun kata.
Gun kama. Yeah.
The Wanted comic was so interesting because it was like clearly drawn as Eminem was the character.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they cast McAvoy, and I was like, this is so jarring.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I want Eminem to star in this movie, but like it was very strange seeing that character who was so specifically an act. It'd be like them not doing Nick Fury as Sam Jackson. So you're just like, everyone. It's all I see.
I think he would have done a great job in that role. Too.
I probably.
Yeah.
What is with
it's not like it was a movie that needed McAvoy's like talents.
Shows or movies this stream. It's like pop media. Like everything's just a side.
Listen, we're having little slight tangents of conversation. That's fine.
But each one,
we're talking about curving.
We haven't talked about like wives pregnant or like anything. It's always shows or movies. It's so weird. Like, that is like the like. Clearly, we need to have an episode where we just talk about other shows. Like that's
just shows, just cartoon shows in general.
Yeah,
the topic will be we're gonna start talking about Exosquad, but we're really just gonna talk about every.
We're gonna launch off to any other show. Yeah. Oh, Landon, what do you got there?
Yes, there's Airborne.
Hey, look at that.
Cool.
Don't have him yet.
Yeah. And I picked up the Retro Duke. And he's really nice.
Yeah, he hasn't come in. I ordered all those at the same time at Big Bad, but they're like piecing them out to me really slowly. It's weird.
That's always slower than everybody. It's weird.
I don't mind it because it's like it doesn't hit me all at once. So like I'm like, all right, I'll take 25 here, 25 there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mind.
Duke came through Amazon, so I still have Scarlet. Scarlet in the 60th. Like the standard trooper that are still there.
Let's start with that then.
I know.
That's what I got. There's
Oh, Allison, what's up?
Hey, Allison.
That's awesome.
Throwing shade at McAvoy.
I got
her ears were burning
the
across
action soldier and the action sailor, which are pretty fun. They're just like, I mean, they're classic G.I. Joe, but they're not like current G.I. Joe.
I'm shocked you got those.
They're cool. And also the amount of equipment they come with is well worth it.
I would
just pass out guns to everybody.
Yeah, I need that.
I'm waiting
for the Coast Guard.
And I got the sailor because I got 2 eels coming, and I'm like, I want a sailor to. Torpedo needs someone to hang out with underwater. He's gonna get, tag teamed.
What were you gonna say, Landon?
Yeah, Landon. What are you waiting on?
Let me know. So this is what I'm seeing in that sailor. If you strip off all the gear, right, and switch out the head and put Snake Eyes equipment on it,
interesting.
That's pretty close to a version 2 Snake Eyes.
The Commander, I thought you were gonna say you're waiting for the Coast Guard because they got the soldier and sailor. You're like, come on, that's so close. So close. How many cutters will you buy, Landon? How many cutters will you buy when he comes out?
I would probably buy at least 3.
There's 3 of them. Okay, yeah, good.
One to keep in package, one to put on the shelf, and one to actually play with.
Mount on the hood of your car, right?
One to preserve. One to preserve for all eternity.
One to take to my unit and put on my desk.
There you go. Yeah, there you
go. I got Recondo.
Cool. He's cool.
He actually looks better. He looks better, like I thought he would.
Tiger Force? Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, I've got the Tiger Force one.
I do have the Tiger Force.
I like the Tiger Force one, but
I prefer the Tiger Force one. But this one's still awesome. I just, I personally like the Tiger Force one better. Recondo, and he's got Lieutenant Falcon legs. Recondo and him, and I think somebody on Cobra doubles up these boots. I feel it maybe Scrap Iron, but I hate it doesn't pivot forward enough, so he's constantly tipping backwards, and it drives me insane.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's great. But
man, I love that.
Gummy guns.
I love that Australian Tom Selleck.
I know he's
so good.
Australian Tom Selleck.
What was that rifle he had? Tom Selleck had that big long. I think it was like a single shot rifle.
No way.
What, like a Remington?
It was a movie. Wow, what was it called?
Once again.
I know, right?
No. It
Quickly
was,
Down Under.
Quickly Down Under. Yep.
What? I was right.
I thought Joe just strung words together. I didn't know it was a real movie.
Quickly Down Under. Yep.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I was completely joking when I said
no way,
that.
Starboy.
I got this guy right here.
Wow, look at that crazy guy.
Yeah,
This is insane.
Yeah.
These things fall off like crazy. They're the worst. I mean, I don't know. Like he's fun in a ridiculous G.I. Joe way, but I like this guy's just like what's going on?
That face.
We had
He's got a fantastic head.
We had thigh windows before. Now we have hot thighs. I'm not sure what.
Hot thighs. Watch out for these fire thighs.
Hot thighs.
What happens when
heat shielding? It's on the wrong side. Oh no, it goes around.
Okay, all right.
I mean, but look at his growing area. He has no protection. Those bad boys are going to be lit up.
That's what he likes. He wants it like that.
He's cooking. He's cooking down there.
That face, he wants that. He's like, yes, just burn me up. Like, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He's got this sweet update to the character, which is weird because the goggles are attached to the hair.
What?
I kind of hate when they do that. They did that with Shooter.
Weird.
They did do that with Shooter. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
this weird helmet that he has and stuff.
Oh, I see. So they take the hair off, so you put the helmet on. Okay.
What's attached to Shooter?
Her gas mask.
She has a gas mask.
Yeah.
That's attached to the second.
Oh yeah.
Sharp's buffalo rifle. That's what Starboy.
But yeah, this is a weird move having the goggles.
Sharp's thing was huge.
I need to go see this movie.
That looks cool.
It might have been the original Quickly. I don't know if it was Down Under.
No, I think it was. Wasn't that the only one?
No, that's the sequel, I think.
Oh wow!
There's a.
It's like the Rescuers, and then the Rescuers down. Everyone goes to Australia in the sequel.
In the 80s,
yeah, true.
It was like a then.
I had no idea this even existed. Now I'm finding out there's a sequel.
I mean, Dom, you're well aware of this. My father was a huge fan of Tom Selleck. I watched every movie he was ever in.
I had no idea.
No more Exosquad.
What? So we do 3 segments. The last is just toy pickups that we got here. So, Michael, feel free to stick around. We got some cool toys though.
And last but not least, I got this guy right here.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
This I love. It is ridiculous. and
classic.
Since the Vamp came out and they have the removable helmets, I'm like, why didn't you give me a removable helmet for this guy? But it's okay. I
think it would have probably been kind of bulkier.
I don't mind. I wouldn't have minded the bulbousness of it.
You think? You think so? Kind of. I think it would have gave him a bobblehead and taken away from his.
He's pretty huge. But again, and then they give you regular hands with weights, but gloves better.
Did you guys see the Shadow Trackers on sale on Walmart for like $14?
Yeah, I got it.
I picked him up already, so I don't know if I'd want another one, but I wish
they got Big Boa so right. I
prefer the original. The regular Pursuit of Cobra Shadow Tracker.
Oh yeah,
Rocky Big
cool.
Boa.
Yeah.
So they actually were going to do a Rocky as a counterpoint to Big Boa.
Yeah, I think that's why they made his face sculpt look like
a little.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
Kind of an homage to the character that they never made.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, those are really cool. Dang, those are cool.
I know. I love the boa, dude. Come on. I know it's ridiculous. I'm aware the guy wearing spikes and boxing gloves is silly, but like, it's just
wearing his S&M outfit.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And I have to say, like, I've been complaining about this a lot, but like the pinless joints have been really, really tight. And
nothing like a Cobra crotch pad.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that.
But see, he's got what Metalhead should have, the extra padding there. Like he's probably fire.
Metalhead should be like, oh, where'd you get that crotch pad?
Yeah, can I borrow that while I fire off these missiles from my hot thighs?
Anyway, that's me. That's me for the week. It's my pickups.
All right.
Oh, did anybody get the Vamp?
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah,
Joe showed that last week. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, Landon, you got it too, huh? Oh, why is your stuff in boxes, Landon?
I know. Open it. Come on.
That's kind of what I was talking about, Landon. Like, look at this guy right here.
Hold on, Landon's
you can do this. You can do this.
Landon's proud of his box. Hold on, Landon, bring your box back up, and then Joe can show the helmet.
Yeah, look at that box.
You're very proud of your box. There you go.
It's like Christmas every day.
Yeah, every day.
Like Christmas.
Yep. Oh, and then he froze.
I'm just saying you could have done this with Boa.
Yeah.
And it would have looked okay. It would have looked okay. I mean, you could shave off some of this side stuff.
But look, you maybe might.
You could have done it. They could have done it.
Helmets should be big though. Like that's been my argument. It's like every time I see a figure,
helmets don't need to be the size of someone's head.
The size of someone's head. I'm like, that should be a lot bigger. Also, Babylon Squared. I want to know about your handle. Let me know why you're Babylon Squared. I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah, the vamp's awesome though, Landon. I agree.
I just I got to get the office cleaned up.
It's definitely cool outside of a box.
No, I love the details that they put in.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it's just it's fantastic.
To the art on the packaging. Is that what the details there? No, I'm just kidding. You know what? You love how you want to love, Landon.
You love what you love, man.
Enjoy my joy, bro.
Enjoy this for me.
My life has also been really busy. All right, well, I got a couple things here. We'll close out this show here. So, one, speaking of shows, X-Men 97 has been really good.
Yeah.
It's been really good, and I hate nostalgia polls, but dang, that show is doing really well. This guy is really goofy though. He's just stiff and weird, and I was like, man, yeah. And sure, he looks good, but like, it's just there's just a traffic cone kind of thing going on. He's all like, I don't know, he can't really. I don't know, and like. It's just not great. And then I definitely got her, even though she's in her cartoon safe outfit. And I knew when this figure came out, I was like, oh, okay, I know what's coming this season. That's cool. I love the Madeline Pryor and the Goblin Queen.
Top cleavage is definitely more cartoon friendly than bottom cleavage.
Well, I mean, her original costume, like almost all of this was skin. Like,
almost nothing. I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
So I forgot that this guy came with. This
Mega Man gun.
Yeah, but also Finn immediately took this as like, oh Dad, look, he came with a baby launcher and he put the baby in there. And I was like, oh man, so good.
Baby launcher.
I'd buy him if it was actually a baby launcher.
A baby launcher. This is a new Marvel character, and I was like, oh, something new. That's cool. I love the orange, and like she comes with different face masks that you can put on here, and she's a new villain. I was like, this is cool.
How close was that camera done?
I think I hit there we go. Sorry. Yeah. So she's really fun, and just like, I don't know, I love like where the paint lines are at, and like
that's awesome.
Neat. Yeah, she's fun.
Is that the new Black Widow body, or is that the old?
That's interesting. I don't know. It's pinless.
I don't pay attention to the bucks on Marvel Legends at all, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. It's all pinless. Well, not much. Oh wait, no, there's some good art too. Yeah, some good rotation there. Yeah,
I think it might be.
You might be right. Yeah. And then I
mean, that body's awesome. That's one.
Wait, thank you. I work out.
And look at that guy. Look at that guy.
Yes, I had to get this duo. So like, fix it in the tuxedo. Wolverine's somewhere with the patch head, but like this guy, I was like, man, I don't know why. Like, it's such a neat character, but it's so fun just having a bouncer in Madripoor.
He's gonna host the fight that Big Bo is in.
There you go.
There you go.
And then
let's go now.
He
just has he needs a really tiny microphone.
I know, right? Like, holding it like this.
Like, yeah.
Hey, make him hold the baby.
Oh man, there's the answer. So I just rewatched Babylon 5, the first few seasons. I love that's the other show that absolutely influenced me. Exosquad and Babylon 5 are the two big sci-fi pulls for me at the same time. So and then not in the one.
Wait, we had a request. Put the baby in his hands.
Oh, the baby in his hands. Oh, I didn't see that. Hold on, in his hands.
Yeah.
That's a big baby, actually.
That is a big baby.
Yeah, that's a big baby.
Size that baby.
Was that the baby from?
It might be. Is that the baby Hulk?
No, that's Cable.
Yeah, that's
that's who it
Hope,
is,
right?
Yeah, no, this is.
That's Cable.
This is Cable. Yeah, this is baby.
Yeah.
It's a good baby snack.
Where did baby Cable come from?
He came
well, when a man and a woman.
When an E-frame and an E-frame.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
We've
learned a lot today.
When an E-frame docks with another E-frame, sometimes a little baby wrapped up in a swaddling comes out.
The last thing I got here is
out of their mind shooter.
1/10. I've seen it's actually
just lands at their feet.
I got this. It's actually 1/24 scale, but I've seen people mix them with 4-inch figures. So here, pull my camera up here again. And I got it off AliExpress. I was like, oh man, I've seen so many people using it. It's really cool. It's these frog cyborg guys here, and this is the box that it came in.
It's very good condition.
Wow,
it almost looks like it's meant to come that way.
Someone drop kicked
that. It was some type of art exhibit or something.
Really pissed off my postman. But I got this, and I knew you had to assemble it, but I didn't know you had to assemble it this much.
Oh, wow.
It actually looks like fun.
It is, yeah, it is.
It does look like fun, but
I
didn't know when you're not expecting that, though.
Yeah, I knew you had to put it together, but they're super fun. I've seen they've got like a bear. Yeah, here we go. So let me line up it's a little like a pale frog, and like you know, there's all sorts of little cool, like it's a little frog in a mech suit. He's about 3 inches tall, and there's a bear and a shark one too. And I've seen plenty of people get them, so I finally like bit off and got them. He even comes like a capsule that he goes in here. If you can see the.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I just got this week, so I have an excuse, Landon. This is going to take some hours of assembly. There's a lot here for a 3-inch figure. I'm like, what is happening?
So that's pretty nice, though.
But it will be fun to like kind of like noodle around and put it together. Oh, the heads are white. What the?
There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them, right?
I don't know. You're gonna make me go back.
4 in a set, 3 in a set.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just swappable. I think it's just one dude.
Yeah,
it's
just
just one. It's one dude. And you swap all the stuff around.
That's a lot of parts for one guy.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot, but you're gonna do like
a lot of parts.
It's probably gonna be really posable.
I'm gonna be honest. I may not get to this anytime soon.
Bring it back around in 4 weeks.
It's too much.
4 weeks is too much. Christmas, I may be like, hey, check out a little cyber frog. So,
the cyber frogs from 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I got 2 things.
One dude different
before we go. 2
nice.
things.
Okay.
So
one, you love me. Oh, come on. Come on.
Lord.
I finally got this dude.
Hey, look at that.
Oh. Look at that basic. The toy is great, but like just the
design, I know, right?
Yeah.
No, he's great.
Strong heart.
Yeah.
He's so generic, but I love it because
it's great.
He's like classic. I'm a knight.
Exactly.
And then his buddy,
just head to toe.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I had to pick these up because they just, I never saw these when I was a kid.
Say no more.
Yeah.
And, I was like, I need to. I mean, they did such a good job. There's a wire in the cape, so you can, hose it and stuff. And he comes with so much. His backpack, you can actually put a whole bunch of gear in there.
Wow.
That sword actually comes out of the sheath. Like, it's really good. And this isn't even all he came with. So
so I got the goblin. Do you have the goblin as well?
No, not yet. I'm gonna try.
Do his legs move pretty well? The little short guy. His legs. Okay, all right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, his legs are. I think isn't the goblin a little smaller than this?
I think so. I only got that one, and I was like, good.
I think the goblin is a little smaller.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Legs move.
This is all I have.
Yeah, I've got him back there.
Well, between the three of us, we've actually got like the whole
Well, the reason I got this is because we had this toy when I was young. I didn't even know it was Dungeons and Dragons. I had no idea what it was. Like, it was like my older brother's toy. It was just like in a box of other toys, and I was like, "What is this guy?" We played with him like all the time. I had no idea it was Dungeons and Dragons. And then so like when those started coming out, I was like, "Well, I'm getting that."
I finally know what it is
in my collection.
Babylon 5. Thank you. I'm so not a Star Trek podcast. That's hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go look this up because I'm a huge Babylon 5 nerd. Like I said, I just rewatched all those recently. So and those are great, man. I love those D&D characters. Like, same thing when I was a kid, I had no idea what they were associated with. They were just kind of like mixed in with other people's He-Man stuff. I'm like,
exactly.
Exactly.
Those are those like swap meet flea market finds.
Right.
Yeah.
Go through the bin and you're like, oh, that guy, mom, I want to get him,
exactly.
$1.50, and she's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Here you go.
That's a shut up figure. That's what that is. It's a shut up figure.
Yeah, get out of here. You bother me.
Is it going to shut you up? Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yep.
Well, cool. Guys, thanks for coming tonight. Do you have anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to plug or pitch?
Pitch.
I don't know.
Right?
Right?
Your best pitch.
We're still waiting on our figures, right?
Yeah. Well, Fist is in production, and that's going to be done towards the end of the month, and that should be shipping over to us, right? So that's actually we'll do the pre-order on that, but that's pretty much like pre-order, couple weeks, getting shipped out. That's how we wanted to do it. And that was because
they were already kind of in production.
We are still waiting on the futuristic combat soldiers. Basically, you know, we've got a smaller factory that's doing those, right? But they're in production. They're in the final stages of production. Like now we're doing all the pad prints for the eyes and shaking, you know, make sure they're not all derpy eyed and everything like that. So they're doing their thing and they're in the final stages. But because we had that long wait and we kind of wanted to counteract that, I basically said, hey, I want Fist ready to go and in hand.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And so when people are ordering them, we're shipping them out. So that was kind of that goal there. So both of those lines are right around the corner. And we got Joe Fest in June. So that's going to be the 21st through the 23rd. We've got a panel there, and we're going to be showing off a bunch of stuff.
Yep, the whole crew is going to be there. All of us are going to be there in person.
All of us, except for one. We're going to get a cardboard cutout of him. So
just have a mannequin in a chair with a T-shirt on.
I am completely blanking on the Fist creator's name. I just saw. Thank you. Like his reels, by the way, are excellent. Like they take so much work because he constantly jumps to different scenes for every few seconds. But like every time I see one of his reel, like he just put Doomston around. I'm like, Win, get me those orcs and the orange. I forget the orange dude, Mad Dog. I'm like, get those to me. So I can't wait for that line. Yeah, very excited.
Yeah,
I know not 4 inches figures. They're 6 inch, but you know, we don't discriminate against toy brands except for 12 inch. That's
but there will be the O-ring ones. Remember,
eventually. Eventually. I'm excited about those.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that was through Zyka, and they did the Kickstarter campaign on it, and it didn't go through. So I don't really know what their plans are. Right. They still have the
prototypes and stuff.
The 3D files and stuff for it. But
okay, gotcha.
Cool. Anything else you guys got to plug? Want to put out there?
That's a lot.
Put on the internet.
I'm dropping Off Our Brains. That's my podcast. So check it out. It should be out by tomorrow, actually.
Nice.
What's it called?
Off Our Brains. That's I've been doing that for years. Me and Agent O. Sometimes I have other people on there. One of the next ones I want to do is going to be probably with the rest of Invincible Toys, so that you can get some
nice,
dynamics with us. And then I'd love to do one with you two on there as well.
Absolutely, anytime.
We could talk about Thundercats and Equilibrium and all the other shows and movies.
Oh my god!
We'll just make it super random. Super random.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you put Thundercats and Equilibrium
together
in one show, you will have the most views ever.
Yeah.
Right.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
What would the call be? It's like Thundercats. Like
Thunder
Librium. I don't even know what they were.
Thunder Librium.
I know. Thunder Librium.
That's awesome. Well, hey, thanks for guys. Love having you guys on. Can't wait to have you back on in the future.
Always great to see you guys.
Thanks everyone who came to live chat. Everyone who catches afterwards. There's a lot of people catch us afterwards too. So, and thanks to Baby Launchers because this is innovative baby delivery, and it's just really like couldn't have it without Baby Launchers. Like
E-frame docking.
E-frame docking.
E-frame docking.
Baby Launchers.
So is the show sponsored by Baby Launchers?
There you go.
That's our official sponsor.
Brought to you by Baby Launchers.
I forgot to.
They all knew what to get your child as soon as possible.
Better than the stork. Like
I know, right?
All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks everybody else. Appreciate it.
We did toys. We won toys.
We won. We won toys. Zootaloo! Oh, I flipped my scarf, but no one could see.